Hey guys, this is Danette with Pear Farms. The boys are over there. We wanted to do a little video with you today on how we milk our cow. I don't know if we've ever done a good instructional video for those of you who are ever curious as to how you do it. I just, everybody does it different. Some people use milking machines, some people use their hands. We find that using a milk machine, using our hands works best for us. And in studies I've read and heard, it's better stimulates the cow to let her let down her milk. It's more natural for her. So we choose to milk ours by hand. And everybody has their own preference. To each his own, really. But for us and here, we enjoy spending time with our girl out there and hand milking her. And so what we normally do when we're getting ready to milk, I take this cup because it's thermal. Got soapy water in it with a washcloth. I take a towel out there with me. Got our clean pail, milking bucket that we milk in. And then, of course, we don't take this out here. This is our funnel that we use. But we've had her locked up all day. So we're going to go out there and get her and put her in the stall. And we'll show you exactly how to milk a cow. So y'all come along with us.
All right, y'all, we're getting in here. It's about 5 o'clock, and it kind of gets dark down here about this time. I'm just getting a light set up where y'all can see better. In here, we have this light that we use for when we milk kind of at dark, and we got 2 other lights over there that we can turn on that'll shine the barn bright so that we can see what we're doing.
Yeah, because we don't have electricity out here.
Yeah, because we don't have electricity out here, but that's fine. These little battery powered lights, they work perfectly. But I got the feed scoop here. This is just a metal feed scoop, a bigger one that we got at the feed store. Any feed store, Tractor Supply, Rural King, your local farmers co-op, they'll have these metal feed scoops. But we give her a full scoop of cow feed and a scoop of cracked corn in her that chicken.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that chicken flew up there on the roost. She's cackling.
Yeah.
But
they're getting ready to roost.
But we put it in her head catch right here. And we got the bolt right here. We've shown y'all this before, but we just wanted to do another informative video. So this, and Mary Bell is crying for her mama. Briar, come here, buddy. Come here. Get out of here.
Go, Briar, go.
But this is what you call a head stanchion, a milking stanchion. So what they do is, Mom, if you'll show them inside of it, you pretty much build a trough where you can put their feed. Okay? And then you have a stationary board here and a board that's able to slide. I think we've done a video on building this.
We might have, yeah. I'll have to find it.
But what she does is she'll walk up here on this concrete slab, and it's not the cleanest. We
usually sweep it.
We keep it swept off, and after we get done, we pour the excess soapy water on it, and we got a little hay broom, rough broom. We kind of scrub it. You want to keep your area as clean as you can, but what we do is we just pour her feed in here, and then we'll go get her in a minute, and we'll show y'all that.
Yeah.
But she walks right in here. She walks right in here, and she'll stick her head in there, and we'll lock her head in like so. This way she cannot pull out. She cannot get her head out of this head gate, okay? And that's what you want. You want to teach them to stand here while you milk and not move or back up, because if you didn't have this, she could back up freely, knock your milk pail over,
yeah.
Move around. That's not what you want. Your goal here is to milk your cow and get the milk, the product, as safely and as cleanly as you can inside. So you don't want her moving around, knocking a bunch of dust. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna grab our little broom I talk about.
Yeah, I've got the milk pail in my hand. Let me sit it out here. so we don't get dust in it. And there's my Fisher. Did you see your video, Fisher, of you?
Yes, ma'am.
You see yourself on TV?
Not yet, Dad.
Hang on, baby.
But Dad's wondering if we're ready.
He's
but
ready.
what I do is I just come in here, and you see this old broom. We bought this in the mountains. I'm just knocking the dust off, the poo, everything. So when she comes up here and steps up here, there's not dust flying around or anything like that.
Tell them what's unique about our extension, though. The other side.
Oh, yeah. We just got it built where we put a door on this side just because me and Dad like to milk together. I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So we like to milk together. That's Dad's stool.
This is a great find at an antique. I found at an antique store. It is a milking stool, and it sits perfectly.
But I've got it cleaned off. I've got her feed, and I'm prepared. So we'll go get her and get her in here to milk.
You better move, Barbara. So this is our goat yard that we like.
We keep her right here, and come on, October Grace.
She's not happy.
She knows the routine.
Oh,
watch out, Briar. Move.
Move, dogs.
Move, Briar.
Move, dogs.
Move. She knows the routine. She knows where she's going to the barn.
Come on, babe.
Briar. No.
Look at that sack.
Come on, babe.
Look at that sack.
But she knows right where to walk. She'll walk right in there and walk right up to her.
She don't come and eat the feed like I told you.
Well, normally the commodity feed is covered and she can't find it.
Go ahead, babe.
She's gonna walk in there though. You see, it didn't take much. We just bumped her a little bit, moved her along. Then Dad's locking her in. Now,
It's right there on the tractor, baby.
the brush.
Oh,
So
the
before you get your milking pail in here, you don't want your milking pail in here where the dust will fly around on it. You just take this rough brush and we just brush her udders off, brush under her belly, brush her legs. That's just getting any loose hair that you can knock in your milk off. And then Dad will do his side.
Here, baby.
And brush his side. You just want to brush and get the loose hairs and dust off of her from where she lays on the ground.
Briar, no. Go. Get. And Maribel is always standing, waiting.
So now we got some soapy water, and we're just going to wash her udders really, really well and get the poo and the dirt and everything off of them that you don't want in your milk. You want to take your time and make sure she's clean so that your milk is not...
You need me to do it, baby? Is that stool too low for you?
having particles in it. Yeah. And another benefit of hand milking is, like I'm looking right here, I can see, I can feel her and tell, make sure she's healthy, her udders look nice and everything. So I've got her rinsed off. Like I said, we'll save this soapy water to pour on the concrete after we're done and kind of rinse it off. So now Dad's just gonna sit here and dry her udders. All right, now we got her udders washed. Important thing is you want to take and squeeze some milk out of her udders and just make sure that her udders are cleaned out. You don't want that first milk that are in those udders.
I'm gonna go this way. Hang on, son, I'm coming around your way.
Okay, so like I was saying, you want to squeeze squeeze the udders out. You can squeeze some in your hand and just look and make sure there's no clumps or anything in there. Make sure she's not got mastitis or anything like that. And just check for that. And then after you squeeze the udders out, a couple streams just on the ground, then you can set your pail up there and start milking.
You see 2 different ways. You see how Stumpy is milking.
Dad likes to pull down. I like,
Stripping.
well, stripping is more rolling, just rolling your thumb down the teat, like so. You just kind of roll your thumb down the teat. But what I like to do is I get up here with my pointer finger and my thumb, and I pinch it off at the top, and I just roll my fingers down like so, and just kind of squeeze the milk out. I'm just working the milk down, and I'm doing it firmly now. You can do it a lot more. It takes a firm hand. You can be a little bit more rough than you think you can with the cow. Like I'm squeezing pretty good, you know, I'm gripping like I'm giving a good handshake. So I'm gonna get on both teats here, and Dad's on one. And we've always done this. Not many people have 2 people milking. So that's kind of special about how we milk, is usually people milk, just one person does the milking. But we trained October Grace, and it's not hard to do. 2 people can milk her at the same time, and she lets us. She's such a good cow. But see, once you get good at squeezing or stripping, like I'll milk 2 hands, like so. This is a 2-gallon bucket, so it can fit 2 gallons of milk. We've never filled it all the way up. We've gotten close, but usually about a gallon to a gallon and a half is what she'll do. And
Has she ever kicked our buckets over?
When we first started milking, she moved her foot and might have got some manure in it. You see her feet down here? You can't really do anything about that. She steps in poo. You can bathe your cow like you do your dog. But, I mean, she's walking in a field, y'all. She's gonna step in manure. She's gonna step in mud.
Occasionally she'll step in the bucket, and that's just...
And occasionally she'll step in the bucket.
To the pigs and try again the next day.
Yeah.
Now, you can see some hairs fall down in your milk. What you don't want is big old clumps of dirt or big old clumps of poo, or even small. Like if you get a little old piece of poo in there, you really don't want to drink that. You can try, some people will reach down there and get it out quick, and we will do that. We can get it out quick, but really
How much milk's in the refrigerator?
really that's contaminated milk, and that could possibly make you sick, you know, especially if you didn't catch it.
Yeah.
So you want to do your best to be as clean as you can with your milk, because you're not trying to make you or your family sick. You see she stepped a little bit right there, not in a ow, y'all are hurting me, or I don't like this way. She'll move her back legs a little bit, and some people don't like that. You see, I knew she was about to move right then, so I stuck my forearm up here on her leg. And you can stop them from kicking that way, because a cow kicks out and around, like so. See, she moved her foot a little bit right there, and Dad just stuck his hand up there to stop her from hitting the milk pail. When she starts getting low on feed, she'll start moving her feet a little bit like that, just because she's moving her head up there, trying to scratch some more feed. See how I put a little pressure, and instead of stepping forward, she stepped back. because it's kind of like when the calf gets in there to nurse, she's not gonna step on that calf. So when she feels pressure, she'll move her foot to adjust. And you can also adjust her, like if she stepped forward before you milk, you can press on her hip and press on her back leg and just kind of say, you know, okay, like, what you doing?
Just make sure she didn't step.
But watch Dad, watch him. He's gonna press on her back leg, Dad, make her move that leg back a little bit. Press on her hip, like I was saying, and tell her, you know, just kind of, there you go. See, he pressed on her. See, she moved it back.
Step back though. She's not in my way though. Go ahead.
But you can see how she just moved her leg back.
I just don't want to lose that milk. Got over a gallon of milk here. And sometimes she gets shifty when when she's about out of feed, and she's about out of feed up there now.
Well,
it doesn't hurt to make her stand there.
It don't, but
I like to leave some for the baby, but
seeing as how we calf share, Mom likes to leave some for the baby, but I like the milk. The baby, she gets milk when she's out there in the pasture, so. But you can see in the bucket, that's a 2-gallon bucket, we got about over a gallon. Okay, so now we've got the milk. You want to get it inside, you want to get it strained, and you want to get it chilled as quickly as possible. It'll make it last longer. But anyway, when we get the milk done, you want to get it out of here, because what we're about to do is we're about to move her. So she might kick up some dust down here on this dirt floor. So you want to get that milk inside, you want to get it strained, you want to get it in a glass container, and you want to get it chilled as quickly as possible. It'll make it last longer. Now, unpasteurized milk, raw milk, will last about a week to 10 days in a refrigerator, kept at about 36 degrees or lower. It will start getting a twangy smell. It won't hurt you, but it's just better to drink it fresh, you know.
It don't last long enough around here.
Yeah, it does not last long enough, but it just starts culturing. It's turning to yogurt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn her out. I'm gonna open the door right here and send her to her baby. And Dad's just gonna push on her.
She's out of feed, so she's gonna back up real easy. I'm gonna just, no.
She thinks there's food or water in there, baby.
No, she's going now. Just gotta get her going.
Briar, you scared the tutu out of me.
There's a brick bat right there.
It's all right. She'll stop. We try to get her out the door because the other cows will come in here and.
Plus, as soon as the door cracks, the calf rushes up to drink.
Hand him that cup.
And she'll stand still for her calf to drink. Now, Dad's going up. Usually what happens is Dad will go on up there and get the milk straining and trying to get it in the refrigerator chilling. But this is just some soapy water. We just pour down here where we squirted the milk, and where there's a little manure. I'm sorry about those dogs, y'all. Can't do anything with them.
Probably can't hear
with
them.
Dogs. They're barking out there. But so I squirted the soapy water down there, and I'm gonna get the water hose. But first, I'm gonna grab my milking stool over here because I don't want to get poo sprayed on it. Now, I know some people will ask, Jace, y'all, don't some people dip their teats in betadine after they milk them? Yes, you can. But like we've explained before, we calf share. What calf sharing is you leave the mama with her calf. When you want some milk, you have a separate pasture like we do where the calf can't get to her. You separate the mama, or you can separate the calf if you're wanting to train the calf to be a milk cow in a stall like this. And pet the calf and get her used to being petted and taken care of, human interaction. So what we do is, this cow is not going to be a milk cow, this calf. So therefore, we leave her out in the pasture with all the other cows. And we take October Grace and we bring her in here in that separate stall, give her a bale of hay, a square bale, so a 50-pound bale of hay.
She gets half
and
of
some
it.
feed. Mama said half of it.
Do I need to give her more? I'm sorry.
You just gauge. We like to feed more hay than we do feed. Okay, so we give her a little feed just to get her in there because she likes to feed.
Tell me why you do that.
But you can, if you feed a cow a lot of feed, especially a milk cow, it can change the flavor of the milk. Okay, if you feed them too much, and you're really not supposed to feed them, but I might be wrong on this. Don't quote me on this, y'all. I think it's like 6 to 12 pounds of dairy ration feed a day. So we try to feed her more hay when she's locked away. But back to the calf sharing, she's locked away. We leave her locked away. It's best to leave her locked away from the calf for 10 hours to 12 hours. It helps her produce enough milk. Now she's been locked away how long today?
It was between 8:30 and 9, so it's been...
So it's been about 8 hours, 9 hours since she's been locked up this morning, because it's 5:30 right now, and it was about 8 or 8:30. So when we brought her in here to milk, and we milked her, if you were milking a cow and you had completely separated the calf and you were milking that cow twice a day and you weren't calf sharing, you would want to make sure you stripped that cow and got all the milk that you could out of her teats.
Why is that?
That prevents her from getting mastitis. That prevents her from developing any kind of disease in her udders that you do not want, okay? You're getting all that milk out, okay? So that's the reason, like I said, that we do not dip the teats in betadine, because she's going to her calf right after we get done milking. So the calf is going to suck whatever milk is left out of her bag that we left, and it's her slobber and stuff. It kind of moisturizes the teats, you could say. It does what the calf's supposed to do. It's kind of natural, okay? But if you're milking the cow twice a day and milking her out, you want to dip it in betadine. But I'm gonna grab this water hose. This soapy water sat here a couple minutes, and we're gonna get this washed off. All right. So we got the water in here, and we're just gonna rinse all this mud and poo and manure. Like I said, that soapy water's been sitting on there. So we're giving this concrete slab. This is a concrete slab, as you see, a good washing. And then it's kind of stained, as you can tell. Like, we go in here and rinse it off, but it's stained from
chickens, cows, dogs.
But I just give it a good rinsing like this, and we keep it clean, okay? Okay.
Look at that sunset. Isn't that beautiful? Over the farm.
Okay, y'all, we have here's our process right here. So we have our stainless steel bucket that had the milk in it. We had our stainless steel bucket that had the milk in it. We have our strainer, and you can see the strainer and the filter. And
what is that? What kind of filter is that?
That is, it is called Filter Clean Milk Filters, made by Schwartz, okay? But what we do is, this is a milk strainer you can get online. It's just a stainless steel milk strainer. And it's important to use a stainless steel bucket and a stainless steel because it's easy to clean. You won't have germs growing in it. If you use soap and water, it cleans it. It won't rust, so you ain't got to worry about it going bad. But what we do is we take this and set it right over here on this 1 gallon jug, and we take our milk and we pour it through, okay? And it strains through the bottom into here, okay? And then we take, how much milk did we get? Is this the only second glass? Okay. Then we take the jug, and this is our glass jugs we put them in, and Dad washes them before we use them, dries them out, you know. And we take the milk that we strain and we just pour it into the glass jug.
Look at that beautiful milk, man.
Okay, and y'all can see the lines right here on these jugs. That right there is a gallon. So we got a little over a gallon of milk tonight. So then we're just gonna take this over here. We're gonna wash that and get it cleaned up. Yeah, get it cleaned up where there's no bacteria growing on it. I think Dad went back there to get us a lid. Okay, so we got our lids. We're gonna screw them on.
Oh, you can pick those little plastic lids up at Walmart. They are nice.
Let me show them that real quick. Okay, so if y'all look inside here, you can see a hair right there and a hair right there. Okay, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a hair right there and there's a hair right there. Okay, you see that little hair at the tip of my marker? That's good, clean milk. We done good. You can expect that when you're milking by hand. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not like it's coming out the store. It's gonna have a couple hairs in it. But seeing as how we washed her belly with soapy water, those should be clean, you know, that you shouldn't have to worry about. And we filtered it. But I don't see any clumps of dirt in there. I don't see any clumps of poo. So this milk, we've done a good job of keeping it clean and making sure it's clean. Stays clean so we can enjoy it, milk it, and we don't have to pour it to the hogs. Another benefit on the farm. If you do get some poo or dirt in your milk, it's fine. The hogs don't care.
Chickens love it too.
Chickens love it. They'll drink it, eat it, whatever you want to say. But now we're just going to date it. Today's the 19th. So we just put 119 on the lids. And these lids, you can just take a little alcohol and the Sharpie wipes right off. But then now it's only been 5-10 minutes since we've been out there. We're gonna take it and we take the older milk. This is dated 116 and we're gonna slide that up there on top. Then we're gonna take this 119, stick it in here and let it chill, okay? So y'all, we got a couple 116s back here, and I think this is 114. It's important to date it so you know which one to drink first. You want to drink your oldest milk first, like I said, because it lasts about 7 to 10 days. So now we got a gallon, 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons, or 2.25 gallons of milk in the refrigerator right now, off of 3 days of milking, because we've already drank some of that, the older milk. But we just got a gallon of milk in about 15 minutes or so. Super easy, super beneficial to have a milk cow on the farm. We love it. You see Dad's over here making soapy water. He's about to wash our milk and stuff, get it nice and clean. A little bleach, a little little Dawn. It'll keep it clean, keep it sanitary, so that the next time we get ready to milk, we just take our pail, we have our strainer clean, everything is ready to go. We go right out there to the barn and we milk her. But we want to thank y'all for joining us. We hope this helps y'all out just a little bit more in depth. We've done milking videos before. If y'all have any questions, put them in the comments and we will love to answer y'all's questions. But we'll make a video coming up once the cream rises on this milk on how to take the cream, separate it, let it get to room temperature and make butter. But we'll make another video once we do that. But right now, we are 1 more gallon of milk on the homestead and we are tickled. So thank y'all for joining us. Hope y'all have a very blessed day. Dad always says a simple life is a much more enjoyable life. That's our motto. God bless y'all. Give us a like and give us a subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We enjoy teaching folks the old ways, how people used to do it. So we're gonna get out of here today. We'll see y'all on the next one.